welcome to episode 32 of the Cherry Heart Podcast, a crochet, knitting and crafty podcast coming to you from Bedfordshire in the UK, and I am Sandra, and you can find the show notes for this blog at cherryheart.co.uk. That's my blog, and you'll also find my social media links there. And I normally mention that I'm Sandra Cherry HRT on Instagram, but everything else you can find on my blog. It's a lovely, lovely sunny day here today, which is nice, which I am very happy to report. It does, however, mean that the little crafty house is quite hot and not that comfortable, to be honest with you. So I've left the door open, so we're going to have a bit of outside noise, which at the moment is just birds and is quite nice. But we may experience lawnmowers and some sort of horrendous sawing and dog barking I've had in the last sort of 10 minutes. So we'll see how we go. But it is a bit warm to have it closed, so I thought we'd give it an attempt. So let us begin. So I thought I'd record again quite soon. Me and Sam only did a podcast last week, but I thought I'd record again because there's quite a few bits to catch you up on. And we spent a lot of time obviously giving out prizes and everything last time, so I thought I'd catch you up on the other bits I've been doing in between. I thought I'd start with some socks, because why change the habit of a lifetime? So these are some knitted socks that I have made. And these are the Tea and Scandal socks by Olivia Villarreal, who is This Handmade Life on Instagram and on the web. So these are modified from the original pattern. The original pattern had this lace section just going up the front of the sock, so this back section here would be stocking stitch. And also it's originally knit toe up. Which I did start a sock toe up just because it's not my preferred method, but I thought, oh, you know, must try it again. You know, you might enjoy it now, but I just don't. I just don't at the minute. I used to not mind, and I'd do it either way, and it wouldn't really bother me. But now I'm quite sort of set in my cuff down ways at the moment. So yeah, so I did do a toe and sort of about to here, I think. But I didn't like how the toe looked, and I think something about my tension wasn't right, I don't think. I can't remember. But anyway, I ripped it out and started again and just did it cuff down because I thought, so the pattern should be that way up and mine is that way up. I didn't think it made a difference really. So yeah, so I just did it cuff down. The heel was as per the pattern, I believe. And the toe, I'm not sure because I was probably on autopilot by that stage. I just did my usual sort of rounded wedge toe, which may well have been what was in the pattern, to be honest with you. Yeah, so that was a nice knit. That was really enjoyable. And these are knit in a Nora George yarn. It was called Cherry Blossom, and it was one of her sock sets. So you get 100 grams of this lovely, lovely sort of semi-solid pink colour, so delicate, so gorgeous, and then this absolutely perfect sort of strawberry pink mini with it as well, so you get 120 grams altogether. So I just love that. So I deliberately just used it on the heels and toes and not the cuffs because I really like this colour and I wanted to save some of it for another project that I'm thinking of. Yes, and I've also got on here, which you might have seen if you're on Instagram. Look at this. I've been ordering stitch markers from the lovely Catherine at Crafting in Treats, and in my package she'd made up this especially for me. It's the cherries and a heart. She made me a cherry heart stitch marker. I'm so pleased with this, I can't tell you. I was so excited when I saw it. Excited, but also so, It's so, ooh. It's so thoughtful of her. That's so kind. I was touched. It's just really nice. I can't stop looking at it. I'm obsessed. I've left it on here because it just looks so cute on these socks. Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much, Catherine. So yeah, I've had a bit of an obsession with Catherine's stitch markers. So this won't be the last time you hear me mention it on this podcast, but yeah, I just had to show you that. That's my most favourite stitch marker ever, I think now. Yeah, so that's socks. So I mentioned the designer, did I? I think I did. All the details will be on my Ravelry page, which will be linked in the show notes. And I'm trying not to fiddle with my hair, but it's very hot and sweaty and horrible and in here at the minute. So the other thing that I have finished is a little tiny, it's a tiny bead blanket. It's only a little, just be a little sort of carrier size, you know, a little sort of prammy carrier size blanket. So this is a pattern I just picked up out of a stitch directory. So I just picked one and went for it. It's quite nice. Quite open and holey, which I quite liked. And I haven't even put a border on it because I just liked it as it was. I did try putting a border on, but it didn't look right, and the colour I tried didn't work, so it might work better if I used a different colour, but yeah, I kind of liked it as it is. So what I've used for this is a new Starcraft colourway. So it's a Starcraft Special DK, but what they've done is made up sort of some special colour changing cakes. So they're called Candy Swirls, which is really cute. And yeah, so you get 3 different colours, and they're self-striping, I guess, as you see. You kind of get a lovely striped effect. Let me just show you one in the cake so you can see what I mean. So here we go. So the Candy Swirl, and it's the same as the Special DK, but it's sort of a special offshoot from that. And this is what they look like. How cool is that? That looks really nice on the camera as well. So yeah, so this is the effect. I was quite interested to see how the stripes aren't exactly the same width. You sort of get some variance, don't you? But I have to say, although when it changes colour it is very clean, it just goes from one to the other. You know, it doesn't sort of fade and graduate through, it does just sort of go nicely, a nice clean change. But because I wanted the stripes to be, you know, I didn't want the change to happen in the middle of the row, so I must admit, if I only sort of had this much left of this sort of browny, what is it, sort of browny grey colour really, taupe I suppose. You know, if I only had a bit left and I knew it would only get to me to about here on the next row, I just snipped it and started this colour. Because I'm not good with colours necessarily doing what they want to do. I want them to do what I want them to do. So yeah, so I did want some nice clean lines on my stripes, so I did engineer that ever so slightly. Only slightly though, I only cut off sort of maybe twice that length on one of them, but not much. So maybe if I'd got the stitch count exactly right, I would have been fine, but yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I'm sort of tempted to do exactly the same with this one. I was going to do a border with this one, but it didn't work in the end. Didn't look quite right. So yeah, so I might do something similar with that one, because they're quite nice. They're 150 grams, whereas the normal special is 100. These are 150. So you get quite a lot in them. And you don't have to sort of worry about the colours, you just sort of keep going, just keep crocheting. And yeah, the work is done for you. It's quite relaxing. I quite enjoyed that. I'd just come off the back of finishing something sort of quite complex when I went into this one, and it was just the perfect sort of mindless thing to cleanse the old creative palette, as it were. Yes. So the stitch pattern, I should just tell you a little bit more about that. There isn't a lot I can tell you really, because it was just out of a stitch pattern, and it was a stitch dictionary, sorry, and it was one of the Japanese books. And so the stitch pattern's just got a number, so I haven't even got a name I can give you. It's just, you know, number 58 from a book with characters on I can't read. So it's not incredibly helpful, but I'm sure, you know, I'm sure you could find similar sorts of things out there. So that is what I have done since we last spoke, or since I last had a chance to show you things. And let me show you what I've been doing. I'm going to talk about, which one? Let's talk about this one first. This one's a bit of a stalled project, actually. So I had, I've had this little motif hang around for a while that I quite like. And I also had this lovely yarn that I've had in my stash for years. Sorry, everything's a bit of a mess in here. So I had these 4 colours. This is Debbie Bliss Andy's, but I'm fairly certain it's discontinued now. It's lovely stuff. I mean, it's fluffy and it's soft. It's got silk in it. Is it alpaca and silk? I can't remember now. Try to find a label that might tell me. Yeah, baby alpaca and mulberry silk. Don't know what the significance of it being mulberry silk is, but I felt it was worth writing down. Yeah, so I had those 4 colours and I thought, oh, I'll make up these motifs and I'll just make a little scarf. So I decided I'd do something else with these instead, since I had it out and had them all wound and everything, and I wanted to use them. I've been wanting to use them forever, but I haven't found the right project. So I decided, in my infinite wisdom, that I would make some of my Boho Stars. So I made a pattern, it was a little capelet pattern out of stars like this. So I decided to do that, and I thought, oh, I'll just make a little thin scarf out of that. So my idea was to have it sort of 3 stars wide. So I've done a little bit so far. But as you can see, it's still not massively long. I think it's probably about half the length it needs to be, really. I don't really want to put this on me, but yeah, so it gets to about there, so I need the other bit to hang down. And I've used over half the yardage so far, so I'm not sure I'm going to get my little 3rd strip of stars out of it. So that's kind of annoying, and also obviously this hasn't been blocked yet because it's such a but because it's such a soft and sort of quite delicate yarn, even when I block it, if it's just this thin, these stars are going to end up sort of stretching out and sort of curling up, and it's not really going to look like anything at all. I thought if it was sort of 3 wide it wouldn't be too bad. You'd at least get the nice clear star in the middle and you'd get a little bit of pull each way, but when it's 2 it's just going to sort of go like that, and I think it's just going to curl up and distort. So I'm not quite sure what to do with it now, and I had started weaving some of the ends in as well. So I quite like how it's looking. Look, it's already curling up. It's actually quite a horrible noise going on in the background now. I hope you can't hear it. May have to close that door. Yeah, so I've lost a little bit of steam on this project now. I was thinking I could turn this into a cowl as well. That's probably the best bet actually, but I just can't quite face the fact that I'm going to have to undo some of these. And in fact, actually, now I've got this out again because I've left it for a little while, I'm thinking the cowl probably is a way to go. I'm a bit obsessed with cowls at the moment. So yes, there we are. So just by leaving it and coming and telling you about it, I feel better about that decision already. I think some will have to be undone and I'll make it into a cowl, and then at least you'll be able to see some of the stars properly. And I'll be happy with that. Hooray! There we go, problem solved. Thanks for that chat. What else am I doing? I keep banging things. Oh yes, this one. I like this one. Sneak peek. Are you ready? Here it comes. Blast of colour. Happiness. Happiness is lovely colourful crochet. Ah yes. So I'm making this. This is another Starcraft one actually. Isn't it funny how you sort of get into themes with things, and one minute it's all socks, and then I'm all stitch markers, and then I'm all Starcraft thing. It's the way it goes. So I'm making this with the classic cotton. Now you might have come across this. It's already available everywhere as a double knit weight, and I've had some of that before and used it, and it's lovely to use. But they've released it quite recently, a few months ago, in this 4-ply size, and I love it. I do. I think mostly because, let me show you, mostly because of this. Pretty colours. Look at this one. This one might be my favourite because it's kind of minty and echoey, which I really love at the minute. But it's ever so nice. So some of them are exactly the same as the special range. Like this pink is called Fondant, for example. I think most of the others are different actually. I'm sure there was another that was the same. What's this one called? No, nothing. Okay, maybe it's just that one. Maybe they just happened to call it the same colour. I don't know. Stop talking because you don't know what you're talking about, Sandra. Anyway, so I haven't used every single colour in this, but I have used quite a few of them. And it's just V-stitch at the minute. But what I'm going to do is turn it into a top. So it's just going to be a jumper, probably a short sleeve jumper, and just sort of like hopefully quite a open, not exactly slash neck, a little bit lower than that. And I might just leave the sort of colourful bit at the bottom. I might sort of change to white and do the sort of shoulder bit in white. Haven't quite decided on that yet. But yeah, I'm not following a pattern again because apparently I like to make things difficult for myself. But I thought this should be quite easy. It should be just sort of, you know, I'm not putting any shaping on. It's just sort of straight, and then, you know, I'm not going to even do arm shaping. I've gone for quite, I've hopefully gone actually for quite a bit of positive ease, so it should be quite sort of loose and flowy, and, you know, so I don't even think I'll need arm shaping. I think it will just sort of hang down, and I'll just need a little bit of sleeve there, and that's the idea anyway. And yeah, but this one I was really enjoying. I was bumbling along fabulously, and then I ran out of the white cotton, so I've got some more now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to resuming that. But yeah, very happy making project at the moment. Happy colours, nice easy V-stitch, and yeah, I've been in a bit of a sort of creative slump lately, it feels. I haven't actually sort of come to the stage where I've wanted to stop making things. I'm still making things, but they do need to be sort of quite easy and mindless and straightforward. Otherwise I can't seem to be, sort of getting up the oomph for things too much. Yeah, it's strange. It's a strange patch I've been going through, and it sort of feels a bit odd, doesn't it, when you sort of your normal go-to thing isn't quite the same. Yeah, I'm sure it'll pass. I'm sure it's just a phase. We all go through these phases, don't we? And like I say, it's not like I'm doing it anyway. It's just not quite hitting the spot at the moment quite like it normally does, so. Well. So that is my works in progress, the things I'm doing. And let's move along to patterns in progress, pips. Haven't spoken about any of those for a while, so this is quite exciting for me anyway, because I'm getting to share this with you. And I've made this way back in February, I think it was, so it's been a long time sitting, hanging around, being blocked, me being careful and gently moving it because I don't want to wear it because I haven't shown you yet, and oh, it's silly. I need to get on with things more, but never mind. Yes. So this little project, and you can see another little sneak peek behind me as well. This is what it is. It's called my Moonlit Shawl. And let me show it to you. That's the double knit version. And this one is the 4-ply version. So there's two sizes. The idea is you can use the size for double knit yarn, or you can choose the size that's intended for 4-ply yarn, and then they will both make the same size shawl. So you can use either double knit or 4-ply and just get one size shawl, or you could use the other size to make, if you used double knit yarn on the 4-ply size, you'd get a huge one, and obviously if you use 4-ply on the double knit size, you'd get a much smaller one. But the idea is that you can make the same size yarn but use which of those two weights you prefer. So as you can see, it's a lovely sort of thin crescenty shape, and it's quite plain in the main bit, but it's got this lovely lacy border on it. Which I'm quite pleased with. Yeah, I like it. It's going to be a good one to wear. Now that I can actually wear it, now I've shown it to you. Yeah, so this yarn, let me just talk about this, because this feels, you can see how it's moving and how, lovely and drapey it is. Oh, it's really nice. So this is a Betsy Makes yarn, and the base is her little smile. This is what makes it so nice. So it's a 75% superwash merino, but it's got 25% silk in it. So it makes for a lovely shawl because the silk gives it that lovely drape, and the colour is dirty denim. So yeah. So I think Sam said she had some more of these going into her shop in this particular colourway. I know she has a few things in her little smile base, and I've used it before. It's so lovely. I used it on my faded geometric, the peachy geometric that I did in the different colourways. I used it on that as well. So yeah, that's what made me think it'd be so nice to do a whole shawl out of it. But what I really like, this is my favourite sort of kind of semi-solid colourway, I suppose, in that it's blue, but it's not just blue, it's got sort of all these tones and variations, and even these little sort of speckles, the kind of the dirty bits of the denim. It just speckles across and just makes it so interesting. And she's got kind of lighter patches and sort of darker, but yeah, so I really love that. It was really a joy to work with as well. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, so that's my pattern I'm working on at the moment. It's almost ready actually, finally. I sort of got most of it ready much earlier in the year, and then I've been distracted by other things. So yes, so it will have a chart in there, and I will get it released in UK terms and US terms. And yeah, I'll hopefully get that out in the next week or two, I think. I should be able to, because I'm so nearly there with it. So let's put it on. I don't actually want to put anything on because it's too hot to handle. Oh, see, that's so nice. Just not too much bulk. I really love this shape at the minute. I've got a few ideas for things with this kind of shape because I'm loving it. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. It's a bit awkward saying that about your own stuff, isn't it, I suppose? But I really like the colour. Okay, I am going to take that off now due to heat though. But yeah. So I hope you like it as well. It's what is it? I don't know what I'm going to say. But yeah. I like it. I enjoyed it. So I hope you like it too. And I'm just making another little version. I'm just doing another quick double knit one. This was the first one I made. And I've just made a couple of tweaks since, so I just wanted to just double check on yardage and everything, so I'm making up a second little double knit one at the moment. And this one and this one are both in Stylecraft again, and it's their Sunday. It's a double knit yarn, but it's their Sunday, and these are the newer colourways that they've come out with. So it kind of, oh, stitch markers, sorry. It's got that kind of mottled effect to it, which is really nice, but it kind of fades in and out as well, so it goes from pale sort of to dark and then fades back out again. So it's really nice to use though. It's a cotton acrylic blend, so the cotton gives it sort of quite a nice drape as well. It's a little heavier than this, but yeah, the cotton sort of gives it enough weight to give it some drape as well, so that's quite nice. And then the last thing I have to show you is some more of Catherine's lovely stitch markers. I was saying last time when I was podcasting with Sam that when she sent through her ones for prizes for the Hotel of Bees, they were just so cute that I had to get some so I could keep some for myself. So I ordered these ones, a couple of the little bee ones that I really liked, and then I ordered a couple more. So I've got this lovely thistle, which I'm going to put, when I eventually make it, I got some tartan when we went to Edinburgh, and I'm going to make a little project bag. When I eventually get round to it, that's going to go on there, because that'd just be perfect. Got a little Christmas tree, just because I saw it and I liked it. And this bird, because it's so cute. Now this one actually came out quite a bit bigger than I thought. It's quite huge for a stitch marker, isn't it? But it's ever so nice, so I might use that as sort of like a on a bag, as a little sort of zipper pull, or just a little bag charm. So I just think that would be really pretty. And then, after that, a week or two later, she did a Instagram post, why Instagram is so dangerous. And she had some more sets. Excuse me. I'm just arranging them so that when I turn it to camera, you'll actually be able to see them. Ugh. And then I moved it so they weren't arranged anymore at all. Here we go. I think this is her I Love Summer set. That's I Love Summer set, not Somerset the County. Yes, aren't they cute? This is the one that really won me over, this lollipop. Gosh, it's hard to show these things, isn't it? Isn't that cute? And this is lovely. I've been putting this, I've been using it on here. Doesn't that match in beautifully? Can you even see that? It's just perfect on there. So cute. So yeah, so she posted about that, and then she posted about this. Look! It's a little Yarndale sheepy. I had to have one of those. So I was seeing the sets and going, oh, they're lovely, they're lovely. And then the picture of the Yarndale sheep popped up and I was like, yeah, gotta go check that out. I'll try and get it so, there we are, so it's not in the sun. And then she just popped in a little extra for me as well, which I think is from her Alice in Wonderland set. That's the White Rabbit's little clock. Yeah, so she's got lots of lovely sets. And as I was saying last time, I really like Catherine's stitch markers because the cloth she's got is just that nice size, and it's just got a nice smooth little mechanism on it. Some of them can be quite stiff and small and fiddly, but these ones are really nice. So yeah, been enjoying using those. They're so cute. And I think I'm set for stitch markers for a little while. But you know, they're so useful, aren't they? So it's not a bad thing. And then the other thing I've got to show you is a little bit of yarn. Now I've had a few bits come in, but I'm just going to show you the latest one. But it's from Nora George, and it's for her mini skeins club. So if you haven't had yours yet and you are still waiting, then you might want to look away. So a bit of a spoiler alert. This is her June club. So if you have ordered from the June Club and you haven't received it yet, this will be the last thing I do. So, you know, you can toodle on and you won't have missed anything and you won't have spoiled the surprise. So just so you know. Okay, so I'm going to show them to you now. Here they are. And they are so cute. So we have got Fleckle, Ellie, Stranded Hedgehog, Whippy, loving Whippy, and Lagoon. So yeah. And I assume they're 20 grams. Yeah, 20 grams each. Superwash, nylon and merino. Yeah, so they're lovely. Oh look, that one sort of goes from blue, fades down to yellowy at the bottom. Beautiful. So I've sort of had a little hankering to knit some like scrappy, stripey socks. So I might use these for that because I have sort of, yeah, been thinking that I quite fancied to do that again. So I might do that, but I'm also trying to collect up my minis again because I've got another blanket idea that I wanted to do. So I kind of want to save them for that as well. So I'm a little torn at the minute. So we'll have to see. But yeah, they were so pretty. I'm sort of not usually much of a one for a mystery club because I like to know what I'm getting, but when I've done it a couple of times now, and so far I've always been really, really, really happy with the results. So, but then I've only done it with dyers that I know do really, really good stuff that I love. So I guess it's a fairly safe bet, isn't it? So I think that's probably it from me then. So thank you ever so much for watching, for sticking with me to the end. And if you'd like to give me a thumbs up or subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. And until I see you next time, I guess, happy crafting. I hope you found a little time for some rest and relaxation and some stitches. And I'll see you soon.